Thank you, Business World. Thank you, Jyotsna. Thank you, Pradumna, for inviting me here. Button masala is a very simple technique. It's not gimmicky. It's very. I studied at National Institute of Design, and I thought design was drawing, so I went there. But when I went there, I realized I was the worst drawing guy, and figured out that I have to do straight stitches. I have to do a lot of stitching, straight lines, and I figured it's not my capacity. So I tried very hard to make clothes in different ways when I was a student. Wasn't really possible at that point of time. In 2007, I started doing Fashion Week. In every single Fashion Week, I made a collection which was a different technique because I didn't like the idea of stitching, cutting, pattern making, having people working for you. I come from Rajasthan where I automatically learned sustainability. So it's not like I design for sustainability. I design because I enjoy being convenient for myself. So I quickly will tell you about button masala, and then I'll show you how it's done. And then we have buttons and rubber bands and gamchas placed in each table, so you can try a little bit for yourself. I will come around if you need help, but it's only 30 minutes, so I'm not going to talk too much. So I basically saw a man who had buttoned his shirt wrong. And I thought if there are many buttons and buttonholes, what will happen? So I came up, I put the buttons on a piece of fabric and I hung them using the straps with buttonholes. So one garment can be lifted up and down. So if it's raining, it shifts up and down. So this piece of garment can make 500,000 possible garments. It's Lego of garment making. So I went and showed the collection at Lakme Fashion Week. And I asked the models if they would like to change the garment, because each garment can become 500,000 pieces. But models refused and said, no, it's not our cup of tea. We're not designers. What if it doesn't look good? I said, no, it will be fine. They all refused. And I said, wow, there's one piece of garment that can become 1,000,000 garment, and there's this woman, all these people who earn money by wearing so many clothes every day, they sing. And that's when I realized it's not the design that you need to change. We're changing too many things. We're trying too much to design. We need to change the mindset of the people. So I started looking at the possibility of teaching people design. Consumer has to be taught more than the designers. So I thought, what if I work further? So one of the days I was invited by Grazia to make garments. It was a shoot. So in 1 hour I made about 18 garments. It's just an example. 18 garments without any, and it's the same piece of fabric. So I thought, what if I use it for craft sector? And while working on one of the pieces and where it was changing, I got a rubber band in my hand. So I connected in the last picture, you'll see a rubber band connecting buttons. And I said, wow, that's a great idea. I don't need buttonholes anymore. So I figured then you can tie the buttons with rubber bands, and then you can tie both the buttons together. And from that concept, it became this. So these are practically just some of the garments that you can make. So there's no cutting, no stitching, no machine, no tools, and anybody can make it. So these are some very quick examples of how, and you can open any piece of garment and shift it to make it anything else. So each of these pieces can become any other garment. It's basically example of 2 cushion covers. And in about 5 minutes, each one becomes another garment. So these are 6 garments done in 6 minutes kind of a thing. This is some examples. Of course, if you change the shape of the button, the product completely changes. So you can make anything else in the world. So we have a team of 2 people. That's it. So all the work that you will see in button masala is just done by 2 people with the fastest garment producing technique. And we make the least number of garments in a day. So it does not mean if you can produce something fast means you keep producing. So that's like you said that fashion cannot be sustainable, and definitely it can't be. So the only way it can be sustainable if we stop producing, just stop making. So we started doing some 3D stuff, artistic stuff. You can connect anything to anything. You can make any 3D structured garment in less than half a day. It's wearable technologies, winter wears, shoes, furniture, more furniture, bags, carpets, lamps, curtains. So for last 12 years, I've gone around teaching about 50,000 people quietly. So these are some of the bunch of kids on the streets of Bombay who made their own raincoat in 15 minutes. These are people in different parts of the world, in Kenya, Africa, South Africa, students, old people. These are villager kids in the village, craftsmen's kids. Those are people in um, um, uh, those, what you call those houses. Anyways, and those are kids again. These are orphanage kids. These are tribals in Jharkhand. These are students in different colleges. These are just one day, half a day knowledge-based this thing. This is a work that we did. I made about 120 garments in 3 hours. So it's one of these things in I think it's in Amsterdam. I was invited by Adidas and headquarters in Germany. So I taught 3 days to all the designers. So these are some works there. These are craftsmen. These are also first garment made by people who've never made garments. It's like 2 hours work. So I'm just going to stop, not going to show you much work, and will not talk about philosophy. I'm just going to show you how it's done, because it's a workshop. I'll request somebody to come on the, so that I can try the garment and I can show how anybody is good. This is a piece of fabric. Quickly, so it's basically nothing, just tying the fabric on the, now you only have 6 places to hang the garment on. You can start from wherever. And this is, I'm going to put the button inside the fabric. You can't put it too close to the edge because it'll, so I'm putting it just one button up, one space away, and there is a rubber band. So you hold the rubber like that and you tie. So this is done. I don't know, where did I put all of the buttons? Can you hold this for me? Thank you so much. Now I'm going to put the, that's done. Now, that's the starting button, but now if I have to attach this, then I'm going to put this button here on the corner. And so the same rubber band comes and connects here, and the same rubber band from here can be picked and connected here. Anyways, I'm just going to leave it there. Now, same way, this can come here, but what can also happen is, instead of this coming in, putting another button here, I can just put this on top of it and connect it here. And it's really ready. Yeah? Now, we'll just ask her to turn. Now, most of you will say that we don't know how to drape the garment, but garment does not really know. Like the fabric doesn't want to know if you know or not. They just want to know that if you're watching the material or not. Design is nothing but watching and listening to the material. Designers have egos, you know. Design creates the biggest thing that design gives you ego. And that's, I think, is the biggest killer of all the, I mean, ego, it kills anywhere. But in design specifically because you're given a lot more. So if you, instead of saying that I created a garment, if you watch the garment, if you watch the material, it tells you everything. Because I was the first one to come up with the idea, there was no book for it. So all I learned was within the days by just watching the buttons, rubber band. How many turns do you put around the button? I watched. It told me stop. I stopped. It told me don't do any. So draping is nothing but just stopping where the fabric tells you. So now this is hanging as a garment. Now you can make the magic. So this is the center of the, so we always start from the center so that it's easier. Done. It's also a great, now no marking needed. See, it tells you where is the center. Done. One more. Now you can just simply take this from here and connect these two. Changed. Yeah? So by using only your finger and hands, you can just change the garment by moving it around. It's a very simple system. It's not difficult at all. If anybody still has a doubt, I'm just going to show you once more how to put the rubber band and button. Wherever you want to put a rubber button, hold it like this, take the rubber band, and the rubber band will tell you how much round does it want. And that's done. And then you can take it here, and so that's done. Now once this is done, you can, So any form of 3D, Miyake, whatever you want, it keeps making. And you're not making it, you're not making the design. It's there. The fabric has all the designs. You're just watching it. So you're not a creator, you're a transporter. So imagine you're a transporter and not the creator, and you'll do fine in that. So that's it. I'm just going to leave it there. I will ask you guys to move a little bit, pick up the fabrics. There in the bowl there'll be buttons and rubber bands, and just try, just have fun, because it's not just about talking. I think it's so much more about, so make it on yourself, make it on the person next to you. Whatever works for you, it's fine. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I will come around and I'll help you guys for the next 15 minutes. We have 15 minutes to chill, and that's about it. Yeah, you can wear it for a while, but I'll want it later. Okay, come on. Let's do it. Sir, आप भी कीजिए. Awesome. Try. It's okay. It's a great technique. You can use it on your existing garment also. You can also put it. Yeah. हाँ. ये उल्टा लगा है ना. हाँ, but ठीक है ना, इसको फैब्रिक में उल्टा कर सकते हैं ना. नहीं मैं तो लगाया उल्टा था, मगर फैब्रिक उल्टा अब कर देंगे. So now you have to leave some space. Now you build up further on that. You can take that out of it.